Wait, no, never mind. Oh my god, I'm freaking out. I thought their team like was my team, and I saw like 4 no borders. I thought it was the only border on the team.
I will guide you.
Minions have spawned.
Alright. Holy shit. Did Maokai not do a Campo one? I don't think he did. Interesting. And he started sapling and he didn't do a Campo one? What the fuck?
You cannot cage me, summoner.
Be careful of what? Who's gonna kill me anymore here? Did the lag start going off again? I think so. Do you see what I mean? How do you stream like this? If it's like lagging. I thought it was going great, and it wasn't lagging before, but now it started dropping frames. And this is suddenly where I stop having fun. This is not fun anymore. I'm sorry. Alright. No lag. It's fine. No lag. Even if it lags, there's no lag. I'm gonna be in denial. Oh yeah, he didn't use teleport. That's right, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. No lag, it's fine. Oh, okay. Yay, no lag. Alright guys, focus on the game. Focus on the game. So, what did Maokai do wrong here to be a useful streamer? Maokai didn't do a camp level 1. Also, he tried to fight me while he didn't do a camp level 1. Also, he didn't push while he didn't do a camp level 1. So it all ties into him not doing a camp level 1. If he started Q and just pushed out the lane, it might would have been like decent, but there's no reason for him not to do a camp level 1. I need to push because he's not gonna let me abuse him. I don't know where Fizz is. This guy is acting like there's a Fizz in the bush, like at all time. And I don't know if it's just him like playing it out poorly, or there's actually a Fizz in the bush. I mean, where else would he be? It's not middle right now. So he has not a whole lot of places to go to gank and stuff. Yeah, I have to be very careful of Fizz. Fizz. Bot. Okay, Fizz is bot. Sorry. Poor guy. The lane is so over for him. I'm gonna go my famous AD Nidalee. So balanced. Honestly, okay, let's have this discussion right here and right now. And I think this is important, and I think somebody should speak up for it. Let's have this discussion right now. Throughout League of Legends history, top lane has become this lane where nobody like really dies. It's just two people facing off each other. And that is what a lot of people are used to. It's how the meta has shaped it to be, and that's how generally people in solo queue has like made it so that there's two people, generally don't die, and whenever you see something that's out of the normal, like you see somebody like 100 to 0 a person, and let's bring an example. Like, it's not always been like that, like Aurelia, but recently it has become that like it's very normal, like imbalanced and like not okay to 100 to 0 people and like kill and dominate lane and whatnot, and I think that is not okay. What your perception of like top lane is that there's two tanks, and no matter how bad or good somebody plays, nothing is really going to happen, and what it's going to rely upon is people are like solo killing or solo killing other lanes, or you making a teleport play. And the reason why I think it's not okay is because it's completely like, it's not dynamic. There's not any risk, and there's no reward in it too, and that's not fun. That's not fun at all. Top lane is not supposed to be like that. There's Riven that exists. Riven can dominate lanes. Can't say that it's balanced. It's not. I mean, I can't say that it's balanced, but what people deem it to be is completely fucking broken and not okay. Every champion that's played top lane isn't supposed to deal no damage and be fucking tanky frontline, like being sacrificed to the team. There's plenty of top laners right now that are quite carry, and those including our Hecarim, Aurelia, Riven, even Cannon. Things like Cannon can dominate lane pretty hard. And that is also one of the many reasons that I enjoy top lane right now so much, is that there's a lot of top laners that are very dynamic in their playstyle, and you can do a lot of like outplays on them and whatnot, and it's cool because it's healthy. I mean, you might argue that it's not healthy to have champions just one-shotting others and like that being the top lane, but that's just people who are used to like playing, I don't know, AD carry or like burst caster middle, and they every time they see something that does damage to them like out of the top, and they're like, wow, that's not fucking normal. That's not Mundo just cleavering me to death. And even when there's Mundo cleavering me to death, it's like, wow, balanced champion, takes no CCs, super tanky about it too. I mean, would you say that LeBlanc right now is balanced? Yeah. Have you seen many LeBlancs one-shot people? I see his shit every day. Nidalee takes a lot of skill, and Nidalee takes a lot of practice in order to like be played very well, because Nidalee is not, she doesn't have the strongest kit, and she's not straightforward. One of the big things that separates Nidalee from like other top laners, and the reason I say top laners is because we're talking about top lane Nidalee, we're not talking about jungle Nidalee. Jungle Nidalee is completely different because she has the creep thing, and she clears fast, and she has to lend a spear to gank because she has no CC. So anyways, that's why Nidalee, like, when you're playing against the Nidalee, as long as you don't get hit by a spear, you don't get ganked. Like, period. You do not die to a Nidalee jungle if you don't get hit by a spear. Unless, like, she's just completely fed, or you're, like, really overextended, and you just get, like, red buff to death or something like that. What separates Nidalee top lane from other top laners is that she has to be dominant in the laning phase, and that's, I mean, I guess that's not normal for like top lane. You see things like Riven dominate all the time, yeah, but how is Nidalee different from Riven? Or even Aurelia? How is Nidalee different from Aurelia in that sense? I have to wait it out. Sad day. Do I need some magic resistance here? Probably do. definitely do. Riven, there is counterplay. So you're gonna say that there is a fact that Nidalee has no counterplay? If you're gonna argue that or Nidalee has no counterplay, have you ever played against fucking Rise? Rise has no counterplay. That is no counterplay. The reason why I say there's no counterplay to Rise is because if you ever laned against Rise, you will notice that no matter how well you play or like what you do, you're still gonna get hit by the same amount of damage. In fact, he can outplay you if he cages you in the right time and you're playing a melee or something like that. Yeah, with Aurelia, you have to engage very right. Like, but that's so minor. With Nidalee, there's no counterplay, don't get hit by a spear. Literally, do not get hit by a spear no matter what. How hard is not getting hit by a spear? It's difficult, yes. Is it easier for Nidalee to hit a spear than for you to dodge a spear? I don't know. Is it? To be honest, AD Nidalee, when AD Nidalee was played with like static Shiv Infinity Edge top lane, I could agree with you that it had not a whole lot of counterplay. Because she played as an AD carry, she had to be shut down, and if she wasn't, it turned out into fucking hell. Because she was just so dominant in the lane. Like, you wouldn't... People wouldn't win out of the laning phase. Like, it would just be Nidalee winning lane phase and then the game would be over. Like, it would never get out of laning phase. And of course there's gonna be like a bunch of people, I mean, hating on Nidalee, saying that I'm wrong, giving me shit about it too. And yeah, of course I'm aware of the fact that those people are not... They're not good enough at the game to like... to have an argument with. And if somebody tells me that of high elo that Nidalee is like bullshit, I'll agree with them. Nidalee is fucking bullshit. I agree. Like, if you look at Nidalee's kit, yes, Nidalee is bullshit. She has okay, it's kind of like arguing that like if you're playing Dota, like Invoker's bullshit. There was a period of time where Invoker was like extremely broken, and people kept arguing that Invoker is hard to play, and that's the thing, those are just good Invokers. But, I mean, well, okay, there's a lot of times that Invoker is broken. But the one I'm gonna talk about here is the one that had no counterplay to it, which was, which was when Invoker, his EMP and Tornado was like the combo that everybody would use, and you would just literally get hit by a tornado, and you get hit by an EMP, and you have no mana. And it would be fucking repeating over and over and over and over. And like teamfights, it would be so toxic too, because you wouldn't be able to teamfight at all. But like a lot of things like that in Dota are toxic. How would like that be avoidable? I don't know. Dodge tornado. But it's hard because the tornado hitbox is like so big. But that's Meepo is harder to play than better than Invoker. Well, Meepo is known as like a trash champion a lot of the time because you would play a pub game and it'd be like, wow, fucking Meepo. Micro skills. But I mean, Nidalee in a lot of senses, like, yeah, she's much more simple to play than Meepo because you don't have to micromanage like many units and multitask things very much because you only have 7 abilities. Well, the point I'm trying to get at is like, if you see somebody low elo play Nidalee and they don't do it very well, that's because they're bad at Nidalee. I mean, Nidalee is just not a straightforward champion. She's very like situational and, well, not situational even. He's kind of versatile in a sense that there's a lot of things you can do. Like right here, if I hit a spear on him, I could flash combo. That would be pretty stupid. But I mean, they had a ward, and he got hit by a spear. That would be kind of his fault, right? So I mean, there's a lot of counterplay that comes with it. But if you look at, let's say, Maokai, and when Maokai is at his strength, how do you like counterplay that? If Maokai has a shitload of sustain and his team fight is completely early, like tanky, you can't do anything about him because he's point and click and he just sits on your carry, right? And he's really, really useful for the team fights. But with Nidalee right there, I got picked by a Fizz, by AD Fizz jungle that can literally duel anybody in the game. There's not even a champion that can duel Fizz in the jungle. Do I think that's balanced? I mean, I don't know. I think it's bullshit. I don't know if it's balanced because Fizz is not very good in team fights. He's not good in team fights, period. See, if Fizz had been like Vi, and Vi can duel a lot of people too, but like you can dodge a Q for Vi. She's kind of clunky in team fights too, but she can straight up engage onto a carry, and that's hard to counterplay. The counterplay to Vi ulti is Zhonya's or Spell Shield, so you have to pick like Severe, or you have to have Morgana on the team. What's counterplay to Nidalee top lane? You have to have a champion that matches her in damage. Irelia, that outscales her. Irelia, maybe Riven, Cannon, definitely Cannon. That has good early game with the farm to like potential to farm. Not Maokai. The reason Maokai is not good versus Nidalee is because he can easily get abused by Nidalee in the early game. And then it doesn't stop. Nidalee just snowballs, and then you have a 7-2 Nidalee with 200 farm at 22 minutes in the game. I mean, what do they do about me now? Like, catch me. If I get hit by a hook here, no matter how OP strong fed I am, I probably will die unless I have a QSS. But then again, that's counterplay too. I mean, we're going in circles right now because like it's a paradox that Nidalee is strong, but Nidalee's not strong, but Nidalee's bullshit, but Nidalee's not OP. What it has started, oh my god, he just got fucked. What did this entire argument start from? It started from me stating that top laners that deal damage are not normal to the League community, and a lot of the time they're taken as like broken OP, and like a lot of people complain about it, and I don't mind it. I love people complaining about Nidalee. It actually pleases me. It's like a compliment. I love it when people complain about Nidalee. And why is because I'm really good at Nidalee. It's kind of like a pat on the back. It's like, wow, you make Nidalee look OP, man. Thank you. I do. Certainly. Any champ that has more damage from the passive? Okay. Yeah. You're right from that sense, yes. Passive gives you a lot of damage. But have you noticed how much damage Nidalee deals without having to have a haunted passive on people? It's low. Unless you're playing AD Nidalee, like I'm playing right here. Once I get my Infinity Edge, I can literally auto-attack people to death. It's gonna be frustrating to see. You gotta grab your armrests on your chair and clench them, because it's gonna be frustrating to see how much damage I deal with auto-attacks. It's dirty. But if you look at my build, you'll notice that it's the same build as an AD carry would have, right? So how is an AD carry different from Nidalee? Well, I mean, AD carries have different kits. Maybe better scaling. Nidalee has escapes. Nidalee has a damage amp on her Q. Yes, I think that AD Nidalee is not balanced. Why I think the AD Nidalee is not balanced? And I don't always play AD Nidalee. A lot of the time I'll play AP. AD Nidalee is when you like dominate your lane and the enemy team can't deal with a split push and you have a good team fight as well for the 4v4 or whatever. But the reason why AD Nidalee is not healthy in that sense and not balanced in that sense is because you can out attack people for the same amount that an AD carry can, and your Q deals absolute bullshit amounts of damage and it's magical. So even though no matter how much resistances you have, like armor, no matter how much armor you have, you will take a shitload of damage from hybrid damage, because the lower you get and the Q amplification, and also it transitions into magical damage, and also you can crit. Your Q can crit with like the damage amp and everything. The fact that your Q can crit, that is not balanced at all. But it's fine because Nidalee is weaker in other aspects of the game, so like it kind of works out in that weird sense. Like part is really strong, the other part is really weak. In a way, it's kind of like Riven. Like Riven is really strong at ult-ing. She scales really well with items. She can kill carries in seconds. But Riven is not tanky and she has very little survivability unless you're really good and you dodge everything and you like play out really well. But that's just being outplayed. We're getting pretty far with this discussion. It started off like top laners generally not dealing damage, and everything that deals damage is like toxic and broken. Q can crit? What? Yeah. Yup. Absolute bullshit, right? Is that balanced? Is that fucking balanced? Okay, tell me that isn't balanced. Because if you think that Nidalee is not balanced, that wouldn't be balanced as well. But it's Cat. Cat has a lot of weaknesses too. Cat is easily shut down. She's weak against CC. She doesn't have survivability on her own. I just hit that Baron for like 700 damage. The point I'm trying to get at is that things not being balanced, or in quote unquote broken, doesn't exactly mean like unhealthy. I mean, if you look at Dota, there's a lot of like things that are like mind-blowingly bullshit, but there's also a lot of things that are mind-blowingly bullshit to counter that, and like those other heroes have different weaknesses as well, to like ways to deal with them. That's what makes the game fun and versatile. If you're gonna have the game that has like everybody do relatively the same thing, or something that's not as impactful, you're just gonna play a strategical game. Like, yeah, if there's a champion that has potentially 3 dashes in a fight, like LeBlanc, and she would have a bunch of skill shots and chains and CC and all this mobility and everything, yes, it might seem broken, but it adds healthiness to the game because you can make like these cool flashy plays, and in a sense you can also outplay her. Like if I'm gonna be dueling out LeBlanc right now, and she like dashes around, dodges my spear, and like bursts me down. But what it takes is for me to hit one spear when she goes back on her distortion, and then suddenly she will get one shot because I hit one spear on her, because I outplayed her. I hit a spear onto a very highly mobile target like LeBlanc. Fuck. Okay, at least I got chest. TP up when I'm up. Drag is too. Try to stop drag or steal it. They have no idea. He just got wrecked. Pressure. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Good. Let's go to dragon. We got it. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? It's being gone. What the fuck? I'm not paying attention. Oh god, I'm gonna get fished. Get the reset. Nice. The guy's dead too. Nice job. I kinda got caught. And by that I mean I just straight up got caught. I have actually always hated Nidalee. 50% because of her kit, and 50% because she's a cat and I fucking hate cats. You guys want to know how much damage my Q does in reality? Here, I might show you on the golems. And this is like, it's not really full build. Okay, ready? That's 1450 crit right there. 1450 crit. Yeah, but I don't have many penetration right now, and also I'm not that fed. I'm moderately fed right now. That's a 1340 crit right there. I can't really deal with his. Look at his items. Look at mine. Straight up countered. If I had a spear, I might have been able to kill him. There's an entire team there now. Did we just throw? We might have. Unless Hecarim just steals this. Nope. Why me for spell shield? Oh my god. I can't do anything to Fizz, he's just way too tanky. We are done here, boys! Wow, Nidalee's so broken, man! Free win, 100% win rate. It's crazy. No counterplay. Absolutely not. Why isn't Show LeBlanc in her passive when hitting a spear? Because she didn't step on a trap. Trap reveals people. Regular hunt doesn't. Trap is what reveals invisibility. GG. Okay, let me check in for something I have to do, because it's about to be 12, so I'm not sure if I have anything right now or not. Also, there's LCS. I'm gonna play some ads. I will see you after the ad's done. I'm gonna answer questions afterwards ad break, and I will talk to you in 2 minutes. So, I'll see you in a bit.
Disconnected. Disconnected.